Hi guys, hope you are doing great. And about me, I'm Lokesh and I'm working as a software engineer on my technology stack or the SQL Server and Power BI and also the data science. And also I'm a Microsoft certified professional on Power BI and I would like to start a video course on YouTube on SQL Server and I would like to share my ideas and share my knowledge with you all. So that is the introduction about me, and I would like to go through the course. Let's begin. So first of all, you need to install SQL Server Management Studio. For that, you need to type SQL Server 2017 download. Okay, because we have many versions of SQL Server, but the SQL Server 2017 is the latest version. For Windows, obviously my system is Windows, so I'll just go for Windows, or if your system is Mac OS or some other kind, you just go for the alternative one, whatever you want. Okay, so if you click on that, then the first link it will show you the SQL Server downloads from Microsoft. Okay, if you click on that one, then it will open this one. Okay, so with this, you can simply download the developer edition or you can download the express edition, and it will also show you install SQL Server 2017 on Windows, Linux, and Docker containers and other services as well. But for me, I downloaded the developer edition. So if you can click on download, then it will give you a download edition of the developer edition one. Okay, but for time being, I'm not showing you all the downloads and all, but I already have one. So if you type here, so once it is get downloaded, then if you type SQL, then it will show you the SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. If you click on this app, then it will open this one. Okay. So for here, if you want to get a new query window, actually it has many windows. It is an object explorer from your left, and this is the query window. Okay, so if you click over here, new query, then it will give you the session. It will start a new session for you. It is a query window. If you click on this, it will show you the query window over here. Okay, or you can click Control N. See, it is showing you new query, Control N. If you click Control N, it will also open the same query. But I also have this one, so no need to click on that one. Okay, so this is the basic setup for Microsoft SQL Server. So here I'll just give you the brief of it, but once we get into the course, then you will learn all the details about each individual stuff. Okay. So basically it will show you the master here. What is this master? What if you click here? Yes, it will show you master, model, MSDB, and TempDB. So with the default SQL Server Management Studio, you will have all these four databases. You can check on those databases over here as well. If you click on this database, then it will show you system databases and database snapshots. So just click on the system databases, then it will open four DBs. Okay, so these are the default ones. One is MasterDB, and one is Model, and one is MSDB, another one is TempDB. Each database is defined for or designed for specific information or specific purpose. But I will let you know all those details, why MasterDB, why TempDB, all those descriptions in a separate text file. And for each video, I'm just giving you at the description down below, I'm just pasting all this one. Okay, I will give you this notepad. It has SQL questions. So means what is the necessary information is required to prepare for the SQL Server examination or SQL Server interviews, or you need to learn the important concepts in SQL Server, then here is the file for that. Okay, so here you have all the questions. I have prepared beautiful questions for you with all the answers, so no need to worry about which if you miss something or I mean during the course. Okay, maybe I cannot give you the all the what do you call definitions and all, but I will give you just a brief at the course, because the main objective of this course which I prepared is to give you the querying knowledge, how to query the data from the SQL Server. I was just focused on that, but for the technical information or the definitions or the deep information, I just covered through this notepad. Okay, so here we have all the information. And don't worry, I'll give you this file and this query sheet as well for every video at the description down below. Okay, so today I'm going to cover in SQL querying class what is data, what is database, and what is DBMS, and what kind of DBMS systems that we have, and what is database operations means what kind of operations that we go for the database, and what are the different data types the SQL offers, and what are the commands or sublanguages in SQL, and what is a table in SQL, and what are the different kind of operations in it. Okay, so for first four questions, all these four, what is data and what is database and what is DBMS and what are the different kind of DBMS systems. For this, I already gave you the sheet. In this sheet, you can find out, okay, what is data. I mean, everyone knows that if the data is nothing but a raw fact. What do you mean by raw fact? Raw fact is nothing but the collection of characters, numbers, diagrams, symbols, or special characters. Okay, like that. You have all the information. What is database? A database is a collection of information which is well organized so that it can be easily accessed, managed, and updated. Okay. What is DBMS? DBMS is database management system. It's like a software, so it will allows you to systematic approach for creating, updating, and retrieving and managing the data for the users and the programmers as well. And what are the different types of flavors here for DBMS? We have early days, we have file management systems, and then hierarchical management system, and then network management system, and then relational database management system, and then ORDBMS, object relational database management system, and then object oriented relational database system. Okay, simply we can call it as RDBMS. Okay, so let's get started with new things. Database operations. So simply, no need to worry about all questions at this point of time. At this point of time, what you only need to focus on, what is a database? Database is generally used to store the data, any kind of information. It may be a numerical information, or it may be a alphanumerical information, or it may be a text, any kind of information. Then what we are trying to do, we need to store all the data in the format of a tables, and whenever we require the information, we just collect from the database. Okay, what we are doing here what we are doing is we are just storing the data and retrieving the data whenever the business requirement is come to our steps. Okay, so as part of it, first of all we need to know database operations. Means first of all you need to know how to create a database. First of all you need to create a database, right? So I need to create a database. So here is the command: create database and database name. And always remember, If you see the blue tick mark over here, I mean blue color indexing here, so all this blue color text represents the keywords of the SQL Server Management Studio. So don't use these keywords to your naming conventions of your database or naming conventions of your table or any other system objects. Okay, but we will see another session what are the different naming conventions that we follow for the SQL Server. Okay, let's get started with the create a database. You see here, as of now, we have only four databases, right? One is master, model, MSDB, and tempdb, and all these are default databases. Okay, so for this, you just select this statement. You can execute directly over here, or you can click F5, or you can click Control E. Control E. If you click Control E, it will execute the query. Okay. And if you want to remove this window, then click Control R. Control plus R. R for rat. Control R. Okay. So now your database created. Where do you check your database is created? So before going to check, just go to here databases, right click on it, just refresh it because we created a database. So just refresh it and you can check it over here. See, one thing you have to remember, if you create your own database, then obviously it will not go to your system databases because system databases are different purpose. Okay, and your database always can be seen after this too. After system databases, after database snapshot, you will see your handmade created database. Okay, here I created mysql underscore db. Now initially, when you start your SQL Server Management Studio, it just points to your master database because master database is the one which controls the every session here. Session means what is the session? Each query window, if you open here, is a session. Okay, if you close that session, then obviously you're closing the session, right? If you close the session means you need to open again, then you need to go for the new query again, right? Okay. Okay. Next one, you created that one. So if you want to go to now, you need to go to that particular database and you need to do some operations on it, right? You can change that from here to MySQL DB. You can change from GUI or you can use this query as well. Okay. Use MySQL DB. Use is the command. Okay. Use is a keyword. If you say use, then it will automatically shifts to MySQL DB. Okay. Let's do it. Control E. Okay, good. Control R. See, once I executed this command, then it will change it from master to MySQL DB. Okay. Yeah, I write the point here. What is this? MDF and LDF files location regarding particular database. What is this MDF and LDF? Okay. Okay. MDF means master data file. LDF means log data file. Once you create a database, create database name. Once you execute this command, SQL Server Management Studio will automatically create the MDF and LDF files for you for that particular database. Okay. I mean, MDF means master data file, LDF means log data file. It will store all the information into, I mean, if you create any tables, any stored procedures, any views, of course, don't worry about all those things. You will learn in future what is a stored procedure and what are views and what are the system objects. Okay. Once you create any kind of database objects, which will directly fall into this master data file, MDF file, and all the information, logging information can be stored in log data file. Okay. Okay. To authenticate my words, you need to execute this command. Select name and physical name from sys.database files. Sys means system database files. Okay. For a second, don't worry about all these commands. You will learn to know how to write these commands. Okay. I'm just for time being, I'm showing you all these things for you because I told you it will create MDF and LDF files, right? Okay. Control Enter. See? Hope you can able to see, right? So this one is MySQL DB is my logical name, and my file name is file name or a physical name. It is also telling you the physical name. Physical name means where it stores. It stores C program files, Microsoft SQL Server, blah blah blah. And how do I know whether it is MDF and LDF? You can check out the extension of it. Okay, .mdf and .ldf. LDF means log file, log data file. MDF means master data file. Okay. Okay, fine. Right. So as of now, I created a database. So once the database was created, then automatically it will create two different files. One is MDF file and another one is LDF file. Now it's time to change the database name. Now you need to change the database name for some purpose because you put it as MySQL DB, but I want it as a SQL Server DB. And how could it be? Okay, then this is the, of course, we have different kind of approaches, but we go with this one, method one. Okay, what it will say, alter database. Alter database. What is your database name? Original database name. MySQL DB. Modifying name. Modify name. SQL Server DB. The one which you want to put your database name. Okay. We need to execute this command. Control Enter. Okay. See what it says? The database name SQL Server DB has been set. Okay. Now there is no MySQL DB. Now your DB is MySQL Server DB. Okay, but as part of my code, I used all these things to MySQL DB. So let's get converted into that again. Okay, let's change. Control C, Control V. What do you do? My copy this name. This is my current one. Paste it here. This is the one which I want to change. Okay. Okay. Control E. See, it will set to from my old name SQL Server DB to again my old name. It's a MySQL DB. Okay. Okay. Of course, you can change by using the store procedure. This is a system-defined store procedure. SP underscore rename DB means you're renaming the database. This is your new from the old one. Okay. So this way also we can change that one, but I'll let it be to the optional one. Okay. So like I said, see, by default, it shows a master database. So if you want to shift to your master database to your own database, so here is the command. Okay. Of course, it's already there. No problem if you click on this once again, it will still show you that. Okay. Now, how to drop a database? Okay, I created a database. Now, for some reason, I just want to drop a database. So can I drop my database? Yes. Why not? So here is the command, drop database name. Okay, let's execute this command, drop database, Control E. Oops. Oh, why it is not executed? Cannot drop the database MySQL DB because it is currently in use. Obviously, right? Because it is already in use and it is already displaying here. And how can you drop it suddenly? So, but I need to drop it. So if you want to drop it, then you need to change that one to other DB. Then it is not used. Then you can drop it. Okay. So once you change to this one, Control E. Okay, command completed successfully. Control R. Now it is shifted to master database. Now your MySQL DB is not in your hand anymore, so you can drop the database. Click on Control E, select it, Control E, command completed successfully. And then Control R. Okay. So okay, I dropped the database, but I would like to check it whether it is existing or not. Let's check it. Use my SQL DB where it is. So here it is. If it is showing you all this kind of stuff here, it is intelligence sensor. Okay, see here, intelligence sensor enable. So if it is not enabled, make sure to enable this one. Then it will show you intelligence sensor. Big means if you type any keyword, then it will automatically shows you intelligence sensor, and it will show you the what are the database objects which is there in your management studio. If I have my MySQL DB which I created just before, obviously it will shows it, but it's not showing here, so I dropped it successfully. Okay, so even though if I go for MySQL DB underscore DB, go, it will not show you. Of course, it will throw in error. See, it doesn't exist. Control R. Okay. So what to do? Okay, no need to worry. Create it. Create database name MySQL underscore DB. Go is the command which is used for just a batch processing. No need to worry about that one. Just a keyword. Okay. Okay. Now my database is created. I already created before, so I'm just deleting it. Dropping. I already dropped this one. Make sure if you have droppings in your scripts, just be careful with that because it's a dropping one. Okay, so just select it and just comment it. For commenting, you have to click Control K and Control C, then it will go for commenting session. Okay, now I can use my SQL database which I created just before. That's one. See, it will show you intelligence sensor if it is having my SQL. C. It is showing me. Okay, click on tab. It will show you. Use that one. Control E. Control. Okay, great. So as of now, you created database and you checked the master log files and how to alter a database and what are the different methods to change the database and how to drop a database. Okay. Next one, we'll see what are the different kind of data types that SQL offers. Okay, let's check. Of course, for this one also, I gave you the all these kind of information in this file. In this file also, you can check the different type of data types. We have plenty of data types over here. If you can check it here, then see what are the different types of data types available in SQL Server and what is the difference between numeric and decimal and real and float, char and varchar, all this information I gave it to you. Just check on to that. Okay. But as a brief, I'm gonna tell you most common data types in SQL Server because these are the most common data types if you see in your day-to-day life. Here you can go for integer, you can go for integer and big int as well, big integer also, and you have character, varchar and nvarchar, and you have date time. Of course, you have also date as a data type or date time, and decimal and float. Both are belongs to the same category, floating or decimal, and bit as well. Okay, so these are the most common data types that you can see in SQL Server. Okay. For more information, you can go for this file. Okay. I will append this file, the description down below, and different types of commands in SQL Server. Okay. So here is the important concept. Okay. So throughout the entire course, you have to go through all these concepts. But what you need to know is where which command falls to which category. Okay. We have a different type of commands. One is DDL command. What is DDL? Data definition language. If you want to create a table, or if you want to create a view, if you want to create a store procedure, you have to mention this keyword: create, alter, drop, rename, and truncate. Okay. But don't worry, I'm just giving you the brief explanation of all these commands. But once we see all these things, when we go to, when we moving forward, we are using all these commands at one point or another. Okay. But just a point of reminder, just keep all these things in your mind. Okay. Data manipulation language means DML queries: inserting, updating, deleting, locking, and merging. Okay. And next one is DQL. It is also called data query language, or you can say DRL, data retrieving language. Select is the command which is used for DQL or DRL. And then DCL, data control language, grant and revoke. So in general, the DCL commands are used by the DBS, okay, because they are the one which you can give you grant permissions and revoke permissions and all. So these are the two keywords which are using in DCL commands: grant and revoke. And finally, TCL, transaction control language. So in this transaction control language, you will see rollback, commit, and save point. You will see what are the purpose of all these command lines, okay, in future. So now we will see how to create a table, how to create a table, um, how to store the data into table, or how to insert the data into table, and how to do some little modifications on the table as well. Okay. First of all, before going to how to create a table, why do you need to create a table? Because once you create this table, it will go straight into this database. Which one? MySQL DB, because which is the one you already selected for. What is the use of the table? Because the information which you want to store is going to sit in this table. Because in SQL, everything is a table. Okay. If you execute a query, obviously it will show you result in the table formula, in the tabular format. Okay. So that is the reason why for every information, uh, we, depending on the business logic, we store the information into a table. Okay. Right. So here is the command for creating a table: create table and the table name. Okay. This employee data is my table name. Of course, we have the naming conventions of the table. Okay. What is the different kind of naming conventions of the table? Few restrictions are there in order to create a table name, which is nothing but, um, don't create a table name with numbers. Okay. Of course, it is weird, right? If you create 1562 employee data, it doesn't sound good. Obviously, will you see there is a red color underline, some small snakes here, right? So it means, hey, if you want to create the way you want, the Microsoft SQL Server does not allow like that. Okay, so don't start with the numbers, okay, or don't start with some special characters, or don't start with the way you want. Okay. But if you want to use, of course, don't use some spaces like this. Okay. If you use spaces as a your conventional name, it will not accept as well. But if you want to maintain some space, just use underscore. Okay, employee, oops, employee data. It is also fine. Okay, but as a part of the course, I'm just using this one, employee data, create table employee data, and open brackets, serial number, and you need to mention the column names. All these are your columns. Okay, all columns, and this blue color ones are integer varchar, all these things are data types of that particular information, which means if you want to store the information in a specific order into your table. Okay, right. So execute this query. So I'm just creating a table with some serial number, serial name, employee ID, job, and company and salary. Money is also a data type. Okay, money. So just creating this one. Control E. Command completed successfully. Control R. Okay. Okay. Now my table is created. How do I know my table is created? Yes, you need to execute select command. Okay, basic simple select command. Select 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 star from table name. What is my table name? Employee data. Okay, so here I used select command. Okay, select is a part of which command? I already told you here, right? Data retrieving. We are retrieving the data from the table which we created. So I just use this one. Okay, select. So this is the way. Select star from table name. If you click this one, execute, it will show you serial number, serial name, employee ID, job, and company and salary. Okay, but I don't have any data here. Okay, let's insert some data. Okay, before inserting some data, I would like to tell you some naming conventions in order to use the employee data as a table name. Okay, what are the different kind of conventions while we're retrieving the data? Okay, we'll see that also. But once we'll just insert the data, then we will see all those things. Okay, and why do we use the star here? If you click on here, it will show you. Suppose if I delete this star, then it will show you an error. It will throw you an error. Okay, then I use some star mark. So this star represents, it will show you all the information, all the columns which is stored in your database, which is stored in your table, sorry, which is stored in your table. Okay, you have serial name, serial number, serial name, an employee ID, job, company, and salary as well. Okay. So if you want all the information from your table, use star icon. Okay, but I don't want my entire information. I just want a few information. Okay, no problem. Just click select star from table name employee data. Coming here, remove star. You know, right? You know already what are the different column names which is in your table. Serial number, it will show you. Intelligent sensor is so smart, and it will show you what are the different columns are there in your table. Serial number and serial name, comma, employee ID, comma, job. Obviously, it will show you, right? And company. I just don't want only few columns as well. I don't want entire table. Okay, fine. It will give you only that particular information. Okay. Okay. Control R. So inserting some records. Okay. If you want to insert some records, so this is the keyword. Okay. Insert into table name. This is the table name. Values. this one. I'm just giving the values. Okay. First one, what is my table? In my table, I have serial number, serial name, and employee ID, job, and company, and salary. Okay. I'm just passing as it is. 1 John 101 SQL is his job, this is a company, and salary is 1000. Okay. So why I'm placing quotes here? Because all this quotes information is related to varchar. It's a text information. So always pass text information in single quotes. Okay. Okay. Just executing. I'm just inserting few records into our table. Control E. Okay. Control R. Okay. Okay. I inserted some records. Okay. If you want to check it, you can execute this query. You see, you have serial name and you have S name. Of course, S name is nothing but employee name and employee IDs. And you have job, they have a company name, and they have some salary as well. Okay. This is the way you can see. And control R. Okay. So insertions in another way. So actually this is not only the one way of insertions. Of course, if you can insert the way you want, okay. Insertions in another way, you can insert like this also. Insert into the table name and select queries. Select 7, Joker is the name, 107 is an employee ID, Java is a company name, Java is a job, D is a company name, 8000 is his salary. And you need to follow it by union all. Union all is a set operator. Okay. And don't worry, at this point of time, you will get to know what is a union all and all in future. Okay. But I'm just showing you another version of inserting data into your table. Okay. So as of now in your table, you have only 6 records. Okay. And if you want to execute this one, okay, 3 rows affected. 3 rows affected means 3 more rows you added. Okay. Let's check. Select star from your table name. What is your table name? Employee data. Control E. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay. Control R. Of course, there is another way also there to insert some records, which is nothing but, I'll just show you one more way, which is nothing but you just need to mention here. Just need to mention specific column names here. Okay. What is the first one? First one is nothing but employee ID. No, first one is serial name, isn't it? Yes, serial name and S name, comma. What is 106? 106 is employee ID, comma, and Python is a job, and C is a company, and 7000 is his salary. Okay. Okay, no problem for this time. Just insert the record. Okay. Even though it has the duplicate, it's fine. We're just looking for the different ways of inserting the records. Even though it is duplicated, it is fine for now. Okay, but we will see in future how to avoid duplications in the table and all the concepts as well. Okay, this is the just another way. Control enter. Okay, one row affected. Control R. Now you can see the number 6 record appears 2 times. Okay, let's see. Control E. See, here it is 6, and lately I inserted again as the 10th record. Okay, you will see the 10th record as my latest version. Okay, so with this I hope you have an idea on how to create a table and how to define column names in the table depending on the data which you want to insert, and how to give a data type for that. Of course, don't worry about this varchar 20 and varchar 10 and varchar 15, okay, because it is nothing but varchar means variable character. Varchar means variable character up to 20, means it is limiting up to 20 characters, okay, your serial name. Of course, you can change it to it is up to 255. So you can give whatever the number you want. You can give 255, or you can give 50, or you can give 20, or you can give whatever you want. Okay. But for time being, I use it as a 25. And job name, I know it is just before below 10 characters. And my company name is also just below the 15 numbers. Okay, 15 characters. So I used all those data. And you also saw how to insert some records into your table and what are the different kinds of insertion methods in the table, okay, and how to retrieve very basic information from the table by using select star from table name, or you need to mention select some required names from the table as well, okay. And next and last as well for this part of video session, operations on table. And this is very important, right? We already created a table and we insert some records into the table, and now we want to do some operations on the table, okay. What are the different kind of operations? So these are the different kind of operations. Changing the name of the table. You created a table, but you want to change the name of the table again. And adding columns to the table, because sometimes depending on the requirement you inserted 5 to 10 columns into your table, and now maybe suddenly all of a sudden you need to add one more or two more columns to your existing table. So how do you do that? And changing the data types, because due to some information I decided to put some data type for the particular column. But later on, if I want to change the data type of the particular column name, particular column, how do I do that? We'll see, okay? And drop a column from a table. Sometimes we created a few columns for the additional information, but we, but when the moment that we don't want those columns, we need to drop it from the table, okay? Because if we don't have any data in the columns, or if you maintain null values in the columns, then it's a waste of memory, right? So you need to drop the particular columns from the table, or you need to just remove the columns from the table which you're not using anymore. And dropping and truncating a table, this is interesting. You will see what is the difference between truncating a table and dropping a table, okay. So as you know, select star from employee duplicate data. Employee duplicate data. We have this table. No, we don't have this table. Okay. Okay. Then how I created this table? Okay. Here is the shortcut. Okay. Now I have select star from employee data. This is I have. Okay. I just want to create another table with the same columns, same schema, if you say. Okay, how can I do that? Just select star into is a keyword. Okay, select star into. Just copy this one. Employee duplicate data. Okay, just copy that one, paste it here. Employee duplicate data from employee data. Okay, what it will do? Select star into employee duplicate data. This is the table which I want to create from this table. So that is the reason why we are using from as a keyword. From this employee data, I want to transfer all my data to employee duplicate data, which is not created already. Okay, this is another way of creation of a table. Okay, so all the columns which are present in employee data are transferred to employee duplicate data. Okay, okay, all 10 rows are affected, and if you can check out that one, yes, it is created already. Control E, see, Control R. Okay, now let's take another case. Suppose I don't want all the columns from employee data to employee duplicate data. Okay, especially for this command, how it will execute is it will create employee duplicate data on fly and just dump the all data from employee data to employee duplicate data. Okay, both things are happen at the same time, so no need to create again this table. No need to create employee duplicate data. Likewise, we created here. We create table employee data. You have this syntax, right? You no need to create a table if you use this command. Okay, but don't always use this command. I'm just using this command just for the purpose of showing you how to just copy a particular information from one table to another table with the same schema in the sense, same column, same number of columns, and same data types as well. Okay, now I just want very few columns from it. Then what to do? Okay, don't worry, just control V, just copy that one. And what are the columns that you want to go to this one? Okay, I just created data 22. Okay, no problem with this. This is a new table, and I want serial number, comma, employee. I just want employee ID as well, and I want employee name and what is his salary. That's all what I want. From employee data table to my new table employee duplicate data. Okay, if you execute this query, 10 rows affected, control R, you can see that select star from employee duplicate data 22 is your new table, right? So select that one, control E, see, it is just having serial number, employee ID, serial name, and salary. Control R. Okay, we have two tables, and this is our original table. Control E. Okay, we have all the information. Control R. Now, what is this one? SP underscore help employee duplicate data. What it will do? The SP underscore. If you see any type of store procedure, especially this is in red color mark. Okay, SP underscore help. SP is a system store procedure. It will help you to see what is there in this table. Okay, employee duplicate data is a table, so you just execute this one as is, or you just use the keyword exec, means execute. Exec means execute, or you can write execute. Anything is fine. Okay, execute or exec, anything is fine. Just execute this command and control E. Then it will show you some information regarding the table. Okay, what it will show you? It will show you what is a column name and what is the type of column name it has. Okay, first of all, it will show you the what is the name of the table and who is the owner. What is the DBO? DBO is the database object. Basically, any kind of a table or a view or a stored procedure, any kind of uh, object is a system object first. So it will show you database object, which is the default one. But rather than that one, you can create your own schemas as well. But we will see how to create a schema and how to create that schema to belonging to a table and all in other sessions. Okay. But with this query, sp underscore help, it will let you know what are the different type of columns you have and what are the different type of types it has, data types it has, and what is its length. All this information, all this collation and all, whether it is having identity property, all this kind of stuff. Okay, it will show you. So it will be very useful command when you want to see the table properties. Okay, just writing you for you. Use it for use it for uh, table information, table info information. Okay, but of course there are other ways to see the table information as well. Okay, we will see all those details in other videos because this is the one which is a very basic video. So let's see all those things later. Okay, changing the name of the table. Now, how to change the name of a table? Of course, we have a special function sp underscore rename. Before also we saw how to change database. Okay, sp underscore rename database, rename db. Let me quickly type here sp underscore rename db. Okay, cc sp underscore rename. See, it will show you sp underscore rename db is the store procedure which is used to it is showing you right here, store procedure mysql db dot systems sp rename db at the database system name and new name. Okay, which is used to change the database. How about this sp underscore rename, which is used to change the table name, okay, or any other object, system objects. Okay, control. Sorry. Oh, what happened? Control R. So execute sp underscore rename and duplicate data. Okay, to employee dummy data. I just want to change from my old name to new name. My old name is employee duplicate data to employee dummy data. Okay, let's execute this. Okay, just throwing you caution because you're using a store procedure, but don't worry about that. Okay, now my table got changed, renamed. Okay, what is my rename? Select star from employee dummy data. Where is it? Dummy data. Okay, just Control E. You have this, right? Okay. It is successfully changing your name to employee duplicate data to employee dummy data. Okay. So how to change a column name? Okay. So if you see here in your table, Control E. Hmm, okay. Adding a single name to the table. So first of all, we'll see how to add. Okay, change. We see changing column name also. Okay, we don't have any column name like that, so we can change the column name here as well. Okay. Okay, how to change the column name? You have execute command just before you see this sp underscore rename, right? So here you need to represent employee dummy data as your table name. Dot. Here I said active status alive to status. Okay. So no need to worry about that one. Just to go for what is there? Salary. You have salary, right? This salary to pay, payment, payment. Okay. Just want to change it to payment. So here is the command: execute sp underscore rename the table which you want to change the column. You have to mention the table name which you want to change the column. Employee data dot salary, which is already there here in this table. This salary column name, I want to change it to payments. Okay, so execute this command, Control E and Control R. Now execute the table query. Let's see. Just before it has salary as a column name. Now it got promoted to payment. Oh, great. Okay. So you will learn how to change the column name of the table. Now you will learn how to add a single column to the table. Okay. Now, as of now, I just have what we have. We just have serial number, name, employee ID, job, company, and payment. But I would like to add one more column, which is email domain. Okay, email domain. So here is the command: alter table, because we are altering the table. Okay, so you need to mention this alter command: alter table, employee dummy data is my table. Add, I just want to add email domain. Okay, email domain as a column name, and I'm just giving the varchar 10 means as a data type. It's not null. You have to mention this, not null. It is not a null. Okay, you need to set some default value in it. Default 0. Okay, so let's get execute this command. Execute, Control R, and let's check, okay, whether it is successfully added or not. Control E. See, email domain. It is already there, and I place it default as a 0. Okay, Control. Okay, now I just want to add multiple columns. Okay, because as of now you see as this and adding a single column, but I just want to add multiple columns. How do I do that? Just same statement, just put a comma over here and continue your the name of the cable. You want to add a second column, just name it as, I just name it as a last name, and I just gave the varchar 10 as a data type, not null as a dev. Okay, I just here I'm just adding multiple columns. One is active status and another one is last name. Okay, same command, just Control E, Control R, just check out whether it is added or not. Okay, Control E, here we go. We have active status and last name as well. Okay, so changing the data types for a single column. Okay, if we have a single column, we already have employee data. Okay, so let's just give you an idea. sp underscore help employee dummy data, emp dummy data. Okay, we will check what is the employee id here. Here we have, let's check with this. Okay, see employee id, I have integer over here. Can you see here we have an integer, right? But we want to change that to decimal. Okay, here alter table, employee dummy data is my table name. Alter a column, alter column, employee id, which is my old one. Now I want to change that to decimal. Okay, decimal data type. This 10 is the prefix 1, 2 is after decimal. How many decimals I just want to maintain? I just want to maintain 2 decimals. Okay, just execute this query and again execute this sp underscore help command, and let's check whether it is changed to decimal or not. Okay, execute this query, Control Enter, Control E, Control R, and execute this command, Control E. Oh, yes. Yeah, it has got changed. Okay. Employee ID, you have a decimal now. Previously it has integer. Okay. We successfully changed the data type of a single column. Okay. Changing data types of a multiple columns. Yes, but for multiple columns, you need to write separately for each column. Okay. For a single column, there is no issue, but if you want to do for multiple columns, there is no secondary approach. This is the only approach. You need to write separately. Okay. For multiple columns, we need to write individual statements. Suppose for yes name, if you want to go for varchar 50, and for salary, if you want to go for 10,2 decimals, it's okay, fine. We just go with that. But before that, we'll just check what is the data type previously assigned to it. Okay, sp underscore help dummy, oops, emp dummy data. Okay, cdl s name and salary, right? Okay, s name is varchar, its length is 20. Let's see. Okay, hope you guys see my screen. So yes name, for yes name we have 20, and for salary here we have payment, which is nothing but money. Okay, which is decimal. Okay, we have here payment as a column name because we previously changed that one, right? Okay, payment. Now I just want to alter these two, and let's check. We have s name as watcher 50 over here, and payment as decimal from money. Okay, let's check. Let's do this. Control E, Control R, and go to execute this one. Control E. Yes, it got changed. See, S name varchar, it is 50 now, and payment, which is decimal. Okay, that's great. See, precision 10, scaling is 2. So whenever you want to give a data type decimal number, it will always starts with the P, precision, and scaling. Okay. Precision means if you want to, suppose if you want to give a number, precision, some, suppose 1000.55, the precision is 5 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 4 digits plus 2 digits, 6. Here is the 6. And 2 is the scaling one. Scale means after decimal, how many points you would like to mention. Okay. So that is the way you can represent a decimal point. Okay. So how to drop a column from a table? This simple alter statement, alter table, table name. Now I want to drop a email domain from my table. Okay. Let's check first. Check the table first and then execute the command next. Employee, oh, amp dummy data, dummy data. Okay. Just refresh your database if it is not showing you a intelligent sensor for this dummy data. Okay, fine. So let's check this. Control E. Yes, you have email domain, right? Now you have email domain. I just want to drop the column. How to drop? Alter table, table name. Drop column name. The column which you want to drop. Okay. All this blue colored text is belongs to the keywords of the SQL server. Okay. Simple one. You need to just remember if you want to do any modifications, you need to write the first line, alter table name, and then depending on the alteration or depending on the modification you want. If you want to add a column, you need to add as a keyword. You need to write add as a keyword. Add column, column name. Here I want to drop, so drop column, column name. Control E. Where it says the object is depending on the email domain. Okay, okay, I got this. What happened is we already created this employee email domain with what we did. We created a email domain with the default value 0. Here we use a keyword as default. Default is a constraint. Basically, it is a constraint. So if you have any constraint in that particular column name, then you cannot drop it directly. You have a different procedure to drop it. So first of all, you need to drop that particular constraint from the table, and then you need to drop that particular column. Okay, but I will cover all those details, what are the different constraints in the SQL Server, in another video. But for time being, I will show you now how to drop that one. Okay, um, on employee dummy data, if you go for it, you have constraints. What is the different constraints? You have different constraints on email. See, it will show you DF means default constraint. Default constraint on employee dummy data table email column. Okay, so you need to just click on that one, copy that one, and you want to drop a column, right? So before dropping a column, you need to drop a constraint, especially when you have a constraint. But don't worry about constraints. I will definitely cover all the constraints in our next video, but for time being, I'm just showing you here. Okay, so drop constraint name. You need to mention alter table name emp dummy data. Okay, alter table name, drop constraint name. Okay, control E, control R. Okay, you dropped the constraint, right? Okay, no need to worry about this query. If you refresh this one, you will not able to see that before constraint. Okay, see, it got removed. Oh, that's good. Now you're free to drop this column because you already dropped a constraint. So generally, I'll give you a brief introduction for constraint. Constraints are generally restricting the data to that particular column. Okay, right. We'll cover all those things in next chapter. Okay, now commands executed successfully. Okay, you dropped this column. Which column? Email domain. Just check it. Okay, just check it once. Control enter. Yes, email domain got deleted. So if you want to drop a multiple columns from a table, it is simple. Just followed with a comma. Okay, alter table name, drop column names. Just give the column names with the separated by comma, and those columns will be dropped. Control E, Control R, and you will not able to see S name and employee ID from the table because it's got deleted. Okay, you dropped them just before. Okay, here it is. Truncating a table and dropping a table. What is the difference between truncating a table and dropping a table? Okay, so before that, just create a table. So this is a temp table, and don't worry about this hash mark. Okay, hash mark represents the temp table. I will cover all those details in next video. What is a temp table and all, but for just time being, I'm showing you all the operations on the table. I'll just create this one. Control E, Control R, and select star from table name hash. Okay, why do I need to create this one for now? And no need to create this one. Just select star from EMP dummy data. Dummy data. Okay. Just select this one, duplicate it to Control E. Yes, you have this information, right? Now what I'm doing is I'm just truncating the table. Employee duplicate data 22. Okay. So if I say truncate table name, truncate will do just removal of information, but it will not drop the table. Okay, just keep the point in your mind. Control E, because it does not exist. Okay, we don't have existed this table, so just go with select a star from duplicate data. We don't have this one too. Hmm, refresh. Yeah, we have employee dummy data. Oops, EMP dummy data. Truncate table. Control E. Control V. Yes. See what will happen? You truncate the table, but the schema is still fine. Okay, it has the schema. If you select, see, it will show you serial number, job, and company, payment, active status, and last name. Okay, but you don't have any data in it. So when you use truncate command, truncate table name, it will completely wipe out your data, but not your table or schema. Your table schema is still fine, okay? Your table structure is still fine, but it just completely wipe out your data, okay? So, but how about drop? So I just created all these tables, Control E, okay. I think all these two things are also created. Just check this, okay? Control R, okay? Because just before we created test one, okay? So no need to create that one. Check with the tables what are created. Select star from hash testing one. So it created. Oh, it is created, right? Okay. Okay. Now I just want to drop tables. Okay. Drop table, table name, hash testing. If you execute this query, it will completely delete the data and the table as well. Okay. For that matter, I'm just going to insert one record in it. Insert into table name is hash testing values. I just add one comma some name. Okay, name is just a. Okay, I'll just execute this query. Okay, one row affected. Let's see. Select select star from table name. Table name is testing. Execute. Okay, you have ID and name as a columns and 1 and A as the values. Okay. Now if you drop the table, Control E and Control R, you cannot access this table anymore because dropping will completely drops the table. Okay. So just check out this. Control E. See? Invalid object name testing 1 because it will completely drop the tables. So if you want to drop a multiple tables at once, then you need to execute this command. Drop table hash testing 2, comma, hash testing 3. Just mention your table separated by comma, then it will drop the entire tables you have created just before. Control E, Control R. Now select, just try to access those tables just before you drop. Testing, no, it will not show you, right? Intelligence sensor is working, but it will not show you because you already deleted those tables. Okay, so as of now, as a part of our first video lecture, you you have some information regarding to the SQL Server and how to create a database and what kind of different DBMS flavors it offers, and what are the different database operations it has, and what kind of different data types that SQL offers as well, and different type of commands in SQL, and what is a table and operations on it. Okay, so I know this is a bit long video because this is the first video, so I just don't want to break all these points in different videos. Okay, but I'm sure from the very next videos I will give you the each video is based on particular concepts. Okay, but for this video it is a bit long video because you just need to have all this information at one shot because this is really important. Once you know how to create a database and how to create a table and how to play with the table operations, then you will be pretty good comfortable. Then if you go for the next level, then you will clearly understood the concepts as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this part of lecture, and I will catch up with the next video. Okay, please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. Okay.